Oh hi! Thanks for watching my video. So I recently made a video where I spoke a little bit about The Sims 5, what it might look like, what lessons should be learned from The Sims 4, and what it would be capable of in an ideal world. If you haven't seen that video yet, I'll link it in the video description and in the white box at the top of the screen now. Today though, I'm going to expand a little bit on that, specifically on Create a Sim. I want to talk about what it would take to achieve truly unique Sims in The Sims 5. So, let's just get into it, starting with appearance. For most of this video, I'll probably be referencing Create a Sim tools we had in previous games. That's just mainly because, in addition to new features and functionality, we should also take the best of what we already had and what worked well. Speaking of bringing back what worked well, let's talk about sliders. Sliders are essential for creating unique Sims, and they should definitely be a feature for Create a Sim in The Sims 5. They could be used for skin colour, height, weight, and even smaller details like facial hair and eyelashes. What I think The Sims 4 does really well is the gender customization, and I definitely like to see something like this incorporated in The Sims 5. Another feature that should make a return for The Sims 5 is the colour wheel. Although I don't think we need one for clothing. I'm pretty happy with the swatch system for clothes as long as there's a good amount to choose from. The main thing I think a colour wheel would be needed for would be for the hair and eye colour. One thing I would like to see the addition of would be the free placement of moles, freckles, scars, and any other unique features, as well as free placement of tattoos, rather than having them in a set location like we've had before. In terms of facial and body manipulation, again I think The Sims 4 did a good job of this by allowing players to just click and drag, so I think this could be used for The Sims 5, but potentially leveled up a bit so you can get even more free reign. Even The Sims 4 has limits of how much you can drag things, so I think those limits should be loosened for The Sims 5. It goes without saying, but all age ranges should be included from the get-go, and this time around I think it would be good to take a step back from The Sims 4 and make each life stage different. Elder Sims should be slightly hunched over, maybe some would prefer a walking stick, and each age group should have their own selection of clothing. Adding height sliders into the game would also drastically reduce the ambiguity of a Sim's actual age. For example, you could make two Sims in the child life stage, but could use height sliders to create a 5-year-old and a 10-year-old. The possibilities! That's pretty much the basics of what I think would be good for customizing appearance in The Sims 5, but let's move on to personality, which is probably the most important. I think when it comes to customizing your Sim's personality, there should be 5 sections for each Sim: traits, hobbies, likes and dislikes, attraction, and aspiration. When customizing a Sim's personality, traits are pretty much a must. And I think after having the most recent 2 games contain traits, most of us would expect them to make a return in The Sims 5. One thing I would definitely change about them going forward though, is that I think traits should exist to impact behaviour, the way your Sims conduct themselves around others, and the way they respond to situations. I've mentioned before that I actually think less traits would be better if the traits actually impact Sims' behaviour, so I'm going to explain why I think this a little bit. In The Sims 4, the traits on offer are a mix of actual personality traits like mean, outgoing, hates children, and then there's also traits that I would consider as general interest, like music lover, art lover, and foodie. Personally, I think it would be a lot better to separate the two. Traits should be things that actually shaped the Sim's personality, and hobbies should be a separate category where you can choose what your Sim actually likes doing. So your Sim's traits would be things like good, ambitious, family-oriented, mean, childish, good sense of humour, great kisser, and anything else that would contribute towards their overall character. Then there would be hobbies that you could choose for your Sims. In this list there would be options like car enthusiast, music lover, art lover, loves knitting, loves cooking, crafting, fashion, and anything else that would be considered as more of an interest than a trait. In an ideal world, traits and hobbies would work together to contribute towards the gameplay experience. For example, Sims that are creative will naturally build the painting skill faster than the average non-creative Sim. And Sims who are both creative and love painting will build the skill quicker and will have a higher success rate of producing masterpieces. Moving on to the third section of Sims personalities, their likes and dislikes. Likes and dislikes would be focused on taste, so things like decor, favourite colour, favourite music, things that determine how your Sim reacts to certain things like what colour their bedroom wall is or what kind of music is playing. This would probably be a good place to have food preferences, so vegetarians, gluten-free and any other diet preferences could go under likes and dislikes. Then the fourth section would be kind of like turn-ons and turn-offs. I get quite a lot of comments from you saying that an attraction system is desperately needed in The Sims 4, and I agree. Having Sims indicate to you as the player which other Sim they feel drawn to or have a crush on definitely makes the game more interesting. So reintroducing an attraction system to The Sims 5 would go down well with me. In this section, you could set your Sim's preferences. This could be done in a variety of ways, and I'm sure there are multiple ways that would work really well. My proposal would be to have maybe 5 selectable preferences, kind of like where in The Sims 2, you could pick 2 things that your Sim finds attractive, but I think 5 is a good amount. When selecting the 5 things your Sim is attracted to, you could be able to choose from traits, hobbies, likes and dislikes, and looks. So if you have a Sim who cares only about personality, you could just pick what kind of music their ideal partner would like, or what traits they have. Shallow Sims might want to use their 5 slots to just choose look-based preferences. I imagine that in-game this would work sort of like the attraction system in The Sims 2. You know how if a Sim kinda thinks someone is okay, they'll have just 1 lightning bolt, but if they really fancy the other Sim, they'll have 3. Well, it could work kind of like that. Sims with 3 lightning bolts would maybe meet 4 or 5 of the preferences. 2 bolts for 2 or 3, 1 bolt for 1 preference, and nothing if the Sim has nothing in your Sim's preferences. And finally, you have your Sim's lifetime aspiration. I really like how in The Sims 3 you have a choice of certain aspirations based on your Sim's personality, and I'd like to see that come back. Sure, The Sims 4 offers more choice in a sense because your Sim could have any aspiration regardless of traits, but the way The Sims 3 did it just made sense, so I think that would be a better fit. As a side note, even though this video is just about Create a Sim, I think that if wants and fears or whims make a return, which they should, then some of your Sim's wants should be based on their aspiration and some on the attraction system. So, those are the things that I think would be necessary to achieve truly unique Sims, and I really hope we see this level of customization in The Sims 5. But, more importantly, I'd like to know what you think. Do you agree with my formula for truly unique Sims, or do you think I'm missing something? I'd love to know in the comments. For now though, that's it from me. Thanks for watching, I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please like and subscribe, you know I love it when you do that. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.